Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into a film called Serpico, and I'm cracking up at this because I just heard of this thing through a Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, and a lot of you guys have mentioned the film and saying, yo, if you haven't checked it out, you probably should. And so I did. I put it on the polls, and this is what won. So now, not only are we gonna know what Charlie is talking about, which is a rarity, in itself, but we found a new film for us to dive into. And as always, prior to us beginning a film, I like to do a brief explanation to how I'm going to engage with it and what forms of filmmaking I'm going to kind of observe a little bit more in. And that is going to be screenwriting. We've done screenwriting for a good bit now. For the last 2 months, we've looked at films that have tackled screenwriting. So in case if you want to go and watch some of the films that we've watched during those months, you know what we're talking about, and you know what we're focusing on primarily. And I'm excited to see what Serpico has to offer. We got Al Pacino, and that's always a great sign. That's always a great sign. And I gotta say, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what this film is primarily going to be. I'm just taking what Charlie was doing in that episode, but I'm pretty sure it would have to do with police corruption since they were corrupt cops in the show. But man, the 70s was just going crazy. I love how just films just seem to, they to be a blockbustering film, you just had to tell an intense and genuine story, just genuinely taking a risk. And the directors, the actors, I feel like everybody involved with filmmaking back then just really showed their power into diving into difficult discussions and portraying it through an artistic lens like filmmaking. And I think the 70s are such a brilliant example of that. I think it also makes a lot of sense because every decade has its incidences, but the 70s is definitely a very political climate, and for a lot of reasons. And so I love that these films genuinely embody that. Even afterquakes of Taxi Driver, I think there's this message that is so wonderfully told, and I'm excited to just see what this message is and how they decide to tell it, especially with an actor like Al Pacino. And he dives himself into these characters all the time, so I'm excited to see what is about to come from the story, from these actors, from the screenwriting, and I hope that you guys are able to learn a little bit as well too. I hope that you guys are going to be able to enjoy not only my experience watching this, but hopefully educating yourself and just storytelling in all forms. It doesn't even have to be filmmaking. There's always things that you can abstract from just knowledge and education. So I think that's the beautiful thing about great art. And speaking of which, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to hop into this as well too. As always, if you want to be able to support this channel, the best way you can do it is through Patreon. You can also support this channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And at the end of the day, you don't have to do any of those things. Just sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks as we hop into Serpico. Hope you guys are having a good time. Again, like always, if you guys want to be able to watch and hear all that I have to say about this film, maybe your favorite scene from this isn't on the YouTube edit, you guys know where to find it. Check out the Patreon for the uncuts. Sync your copy to mine, and you'll be good to go. That is a wild way to introduce something. You just hear someone obviously trying to hold on with the sirens ringing in the background.
Think a cop did it?
I know 6 cops said they'd like to.
Wow. What a way to open up. What a way to open up. What Charlie said in that episode makes so much sense now. Wow, I love this shot, just following him through the hospital emergency room while he's out on a stretcher.
To be a police officer means to believe in the law and to enforce it impartially, respecting the equality of all.
Wow, so I wonder if this is going to be a film where we get increments of his life. because it does have a good length to it. in terms of time duration. There's a lot to explore within 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I want a 24-hour guard on Serpico.
Yes, sir.
Two over there.
Wow, the camera moves beautifully. Oh my goodness. I love the camera movement. That was awesome. Wow. It seems simple, but there's a rhythm that the camera has with the screenwriting. And when that's like, you can just tell when they're synchronized. And it seems like this film, it's definitely going to be synchronized, which is great. Essentially, that also means great pacing.
Take a map of the precinct, memorize your posts and sectors. This week you're 8 to 4, next week 4 to midnight. You grab an empty locker, any questions, the older guys will fill you in. Good luck.
I also got to say, this is also taking place in New York, so this is NYPD, which definitely houses a lot of corruption, especially just, being in New York City. Like, that's a whole movie in itself. We've had movies in itself.
Not fussy. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this.
Listen, Charlie's an okay guy. We give him a break on double parking on deliveries.
Couldn't I pay for it? Get what I want?
Yeah, how about that? I love how this is just the first of many steps. This is him dipping his toes into the pond and not realizing there's a whole damn ocean. And it started off with roast beef. Out in New York, man. That's crazy.
Hey! Police officer! Shit! Yes.
Damn, this is already a pretty crazy situation. What the hell?
What are you, obligated to those guys? Fuck it. They left you holding the bag. You don't owe them nothing.
Wow, this film is going to be crazy, isn't it? I just know it. I just know this is going to be something I'm going to really love. It's going to be intense, though.
This case, he's off for a couple of days. I can't cut it.
They're here now!
It'll keep.
No, it won't.
I love it. I love it. He's such a good person. It's not even like he's trying hard to be good. He's just a good person in a very gray matter area. Like, just inside and out. But again, that's just going to dive him even more and more. That's a beautiful moment right there. Damn. Ah, man. I know this is before my time, but I remember days like that. It's good. It's a perfect way to showcase the heart of his character, too. The things he does without the uniform on.
You don't like me.
BCI never had a weirdo cop before.
Prado? Stop bugging me.
Ah, I love it. I love this dude. What? Love it, man. Yeah, I'm loving this film already. These moments are great. They're perfect.
Want one for free?
No, I'll pay for it. How much on it?
$5.
$5 for a puppy. That is a steal. I hope they didn't steal him, but yeah.
Wanna see?
Sure.
Here we go.
Dude, he's awesome, man. He is awesome. Is this a true story? By the way.
We're a photographer. Hello. Paco's a policeman.
Oh, that's terrific.
I work for the police department.
Oh, hey.
That's really nice.
Wow, okay.
He was like, okay, all right, goodbye. Yeah, yep.
You do me a big favor? Don't tell anybody I'm a cop. Let me just sort of do it myself.
Respect. Respect. That's a good way to handle that. That was actually pretty mature way of handling that.
But I'd like to tell you something.
I thought so.
I think it's time that we started to communicate more in the streets.
Wow, so he's bringing it up. This feels like a true story. This feels like a true story. Dude, that's like actual street they fell on, man. Yo! Do they not know? What? Wait, first of all, there's a lot of things that are happening. They are shooting first, and they don't even realize that that's Serpico. Why are they shooting for? Why are they shooting? I know why they're shooting first. Come on.
You fire without a warning, without a fucking brain in your head? Oh, shit.
That's well acted. That's how I would react. My God.
That when you become plainclothesman, you'll be able to identify the pungent aroma and recognize that this.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Boo, stuff,
Boo.
grab.
Hey, this is real good shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Unfair. Unfair.
Life is unfair, man. I mean, look.
I love how they're both completely stoned. It makes this conversation just different. And I like that. It's kind of cool.
It's time for policy and bookmaking. If you have to work nights like a liquor violation, just call in. Don't worry about quotas right now.
Man, this dude's outfits is awesome, man. Yo, I'm loving Al Pacino in this movie. It's so cool. It just feels authentic as hell. But I just know things are gonna just dial up soon. It's like that saying where the frog is sitting in boiling water, or like you turn it up until the frog doesn't even realize it's boiling. That's what it feels like right now. I'm not disillusioned to the heat that's about to be felt soon.
A whole can of peas with this.
It's scary. I want to protect myself.
Okay. Okay, you know what we do with this?
It's cool that he's talking with his homeboy. That's what's up. I hope he doesn't backstab him. But that's cool. I'm loving these two. I love how the house is being built too, just to showcase time is passing. I mean, obviously we can tell just from other factors like his hair, you know, even Alfie the dog, but it's so cool seeing how much time has passed.
You can hear it better over here.
My man got the woo. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, guys, I'm gonna spit some game. Learn how to exist with yourself so it's easier to invite other people into it. If you just vibing, doing your thing, it'll be so much easier to shoot a shot because you built it. You don't even need to make the shot. You got the court. So, yeah, just do interesting stuff. Treat yourself to breakfast outside. Eat to yourself. Listen to music. Like Serpico, I guess. I don't know.
And on what he did, you know?
It's the wrong answer, Frank. Frank.
I don't get this, man. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. The way of thinking is just crazy, especially in a place of authority.
Gamble is a gentleman, and they're going to operate anyhow.
Like, it sucks that something as baffling as that is common sense, and that sucks. Because that just means that there's way more than the few that are good, which sucks.
Guys get to know you, and you're okay. But you don't lose either, because you get it on the other end when you leave the division. Frankie, it's like...
That was a squeaky chair, bruh. I was not ready for that. God damn. That's hilarious, bruh. I was not ready for that. I was writing notes and... It felt like a rubber ducky just caused an earthquake. Oh, Oh my God. All right, enough of that. Enough laughing. Back to seriousness.
I wonder why.
Come here.
Oh. Right there.
I gotta say, I love that he's so open about himself, especially being the profession that he is. Usually, you know, people within this profession, they kind of shield themselves, especially from the people they love, because they don't want to make it feel like a burden and a ton of other things. But it's so refreshing to see how he's opening up.
You better have $300, you fuck, you hear? Right? Right?
All right, Frank.
It's everywhere. No matter where he goes, it's everywhere. And it sucks that he has to take it back home with him. You know? Because we see how much he enjoys this space.
Yeah, but it's pretty fucking stinky.
When a man like the commissioner says he'll get in touch with you, he'll get in touch with you.
Yeah, but like, how many corrupt people are in here? You know? And why are they making him stake his neck out like that? It's just... It's shady all around. He's just trying to do good, but he just keeps getting hit with eggshells. It's frustrating. Like, he literally just wants to do his job. I'm so mad.
Long, hot summer ahead, and riots are expected. And the mayor cannot alienate the police force.
Yep. 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 That's terrible. And that's annoying.
Pyack, the saint, the injured innocent. Who told you the department of the whole world was some kind of a fucking Boy Scout camp? What do you expect?
Man, this is real. This is some real conflict right here. Because I both understand them.
More people know about it. You know that?
Frank, it's safe.
It's safe! With my ass on the line, it's safe, right? For you, fella. Your ass is already on the line. Well, that's my business, all right? You don't trust?
Damn. Yeah, this is intense. This is intense. Damn. I hate to see the homies argue like this, man.
If they would take all that energy, see, put it into straight police work, we'd have the city cleaned up in a week.
Yeah, yep. How about that? How about that? Yeah, that's unbelievably frustrating. I can't even fathom that.
Over the same thing, Paco.
So fucking corrupt. Everybody, everyone, nobody giving a shit. There's got to be a way to wipe it.
And it sucks because it's like polluting his worldview of things, of people. I mean, look what's happening.
Tonic. I can't stand it, Paco.
Don't give a shit, right?
All I care.
Yeah, it's just polluting his, like the things that he actually cares about. It's a shame.
What's that? Put that away, you're in more trouble. Give me the keys to your car.
Just everywhere he goes, like just bribe, money. It's such a shame that that's all it takes. And these people aren't even like bad off. They're pretty well off, and they just want more. Such a gluttonous thing. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. You can just sense the rage. It's like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done it to that excessiveness, but like I said, it pollutes his mind because of the skewed way of this operation. Everybody is just so damn they're poison. Nobody's pure here. Nobody wants to simply do their job.
Wait. He did 15 years. You know what for? For killing a cop.
Wow. And they were over here chatting it up. Hee ha ha. He killed the cop 15 years ago. That's insane.
Oh, Serpico, it just gets dirty. You are in trouble. I don't care if I'm in trouble. I don't care who gets it anymore, including myself. Because if I have to go to outside agencies to get some...
Let's go. Tell him. Tell it to him, Serpico.
Trying to punch your way out of a paper bag, right? What outside agencies have you been to, Frank?
None of your business. All right.
I'll have him transferred in the morning.
Fuck him. How about transferring me?
Yeah, he's in a very dangerous position. I mean, he's not safe in his own work. You know, in his own workplace.
With Frank Serpico as my star witness.
Mr. Talbot, you and everybody in this room can go to hell because I'm not testifying.
Oh, man. Yes, bro. He's just tired of it. I feel it, man. You guys pushed him to the point where he just doesn't care anymore. This is a shame because his life is on the line. I mean, he should be protecting other people's lives. Damn, that's crazy. Especially when she said it's finished and the camera didn't even show her walking away, but you could tell she did by his head movement.
Although I
I'd
want
like
to make
to
it
answer that
clear
question, sir.
that Officer Serpico cannot be considered derelict of his duty in any way or guilty of any infraction of the law. Quite the contrary.
This film is like testing me. This film is just unbelievably frustrating. I cannot stand this. Everybody is just trying to save themselves. So annoying.
We know how to handle guys like you. I had to cut your tongue out.
Thank you, bruh. Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say, that is not flying. Oh my god. Pull a knife on me. How about the still to your teeth, man?
There's 4 buildings away. We could try and get down the fire escape, get in behind. What do you think? Good, yeah?
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I feel like, man, I just feel like it's just going to take one thing going wrong and they're just not going to be there for him. Or this is like a setup. Man. And people wonder why there's beef with cops. Like, come on. Come on. Like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure this is just one out of many stories.
Hello?
Hello, prick.
Who is this?
Frank.
Frank, wait, where are you?
I'm ready to go to the Times.
There you go. There you go. And this is why newsletters were so important, and this is why I'm so upset with them today. They're just as bad as corrupt cops now, and that's so frustrating. Because now it's like the civilians are in Serpico's position.
Wait. I don't know if the New York Times will go that far out on a limb on the say-so of 2 flunky cops.
And honestly, I think that's why art is so damn important. That's like the last catalyst for just speaking your truth.
Just bought this place. They signed a...
So let's please preserve this. Please.
All right, we're gonna drive around to the corner.
Right.
You keep in sight out front.
Right.
When you spot somebody who's dirty,
Right.
take off your glasses.
Yo! Is that who I think it is? I think that's who I think it is. I think that's Amadeus. Well, I don't know. I forgot the actual dude's name. But he was in Amadeus. I gotta say, I love that the camera, again, has taken us all over New York City. You know, we've been on top of rooftops, we've been on the streets, in the terminals. It just lets you know that corruption is everywhere, in all heights of the city. Wow, that is a detail right there. That is a detail, and they're not helping him. Oh my god, that's how he got shot in the face. Oh my goodness. They just left him. They just left him. Meanwhile, he just got shot through the face. Wow, I'm so happy they're showing this. I'm so happy. Like, this is somebody's son, you know? It's just a shame. All he just wanted to do was just do his job properly. And he was going to do it. And he was doing it incredibly well. Respected the community. You know, took care of crime.
They want you to appear.
Naturally.
Frank might have been in Holyoke, clear to 3 up for Exceptional Merit Award.
It's very funny.
They're just trying to dress it up over with awards. That's crazy. I mean, we see that all the time with politics, too.
I don't know.
They're saying that he's been working towards, too. And he feels like he doesn't even want it. They've destroyed, like, so much of him. That's heartbreaking. I'm going to get into more of what he lost because of this. It's not a regret, but it's a loss, you know? I'll get into it in the outro because it's a good bit, but man. Frank Serpico resigned from the police department on June 15, 1972. He was awarded the Medal of Honor for conspicuous bravery in action. Serpico is now living somewhere in Switzerland. Good for him, man. Good for him. Get the hell out of this country, bro. Get out of here, man. Wow. This film rocks. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm just hearing about this. Wow. And that is Serpico, y'all. All right, everybody, we just got done Serpico, and this one was dense. This was incredible for many, many, many reasons. But I want to first get into what I was talking about that I wanted to touch on in the outro just before the video ended. Not to say that, you know, there's any regrets or anything like that. I truly believe Serpico's actions helped way more than I think he could ever imagine. At least I hope that he feels that way. But man, it's so frustrating when, you know, he was robbed of human experiences. You know, and I mean that in a way of like pursuing love. Like, you saw that in the first girl that he met. He had the opportunity to, you know, pursue that, to pursue a marriage with a beautiful woman, and he didn't, you know. And then we saw that again when the corruption was really bad, and it affected the girl that he probably was gonna marry, you know. And he even said it himself, you know, he wanted to be the father to her kids, and just be her husband, but he couldn't let this go. It just wasn't done yet, and rightfully so. And man, it's just it's disappointing. It's disappointing. And so I hope that, you know, wherever he is in Switzerland, he's having a blast and is making up for all that. But wow, this film is incredible for many reasons. The cinematography and how not only was it shot really well in the camera movement, but also how it depicts the corruption from all levels of the city, you know, we got shown the rooftops, we got shown the subways, we got shown street levels, we got shown districts, we got districts of the police departments, we got shown courtrooms. I mean, I just hope that allows you to understand that this screenwriting, along with the cinematography and the beautiful acting, it was used in a way to showcase all realms of corruption, and how one who's just trying to be a good person, who's just trying to be honest, attempts to navigate that and do good, and the complexities of it and the frustration that comes about it. It's like being put into a maze, but there's no cheese that you're gonna get at the end of it, and the maze itself is the size of New York City and you're the size of a rat. You know, it's frustrating, and it feels like there's never ending turns, and that there's just more once you peel back something, there's just another thing that's even deeper, and it's just more intense. And in a lot of ways, it also reminds me of the theme of, oh man, the film is slipping me, but you guys will probably get it. Chinatown, I think it is, with Jack Nicholson, actually, I think. And yeah, the corruption of that, where you step in a puddle and you realize it's an ocean, and what one does for that. It's not a answer of I'm going to solve it. It's more so an answer of how long are you going to be in it for. I don't think you can destroy it. It's how much you're able to do and get the heck out, you know? And that's what we saw. And it's just so, man, this film is crazy. That was so unexpected. All because of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Could y'all imagine that? Shout out to Charlie. But man, this was incredible in all realms. The writing was beautiful. I think Al Pacino does this incredible thing with all his characters, but man, I think he really embodied it with this one. I hadn't seen him sink into a character like this for a good bit, and it shows. You know, you can feel the heartbrokenness, you can feel the confusion and the frustration within his voice and his eyes, but you can also see the joy and the gentleness of his soul when he's talking with people, when he's reading his books, when he's associating with animals. He's a good human being in a very, very evil world, but he chose to keep fighting. And he was able to do way more and go way further than I think a lot of people. And that in itself is commendable. And that in itself is something that I hope that he doesn't feel like he's regretted. You know, because I'm sure this thing is still going on. I'm sure there's still things like that, but I hope at the end of the day it just gets lesser and lesser. But I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on Serpico. The screenwriting, again, I think was phenomenal. I love the pacing of this film. It shows when it wanted to breathe and when it wanted to not breathe. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. That just shows that there's a lot of passion within the direction and a lot of knowingness within the studying of this thing that is very real. And it's essentially just corruption and why it's still there, why it's still prevalent. You know, this is an important film. I'd label this as a very important film. So guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. As always, I appreciate y'all, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this this commentary, this reaction, and I hope it inspires you in hoping of telling your stories and the way that you want to do them. And I hope that, you know, like I said earlier, that, you know, this thing that we have, this art, the art of storytelling, doesn't get corrupted. You know, I really don't. So I'm going to continue pushing for that. I hope you guys can continue pushing for that, because you get beautiful experiences like Serpico and many more. So, guys, appreciate y'all. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay hydrated, because we're just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches, cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.